Hello and welcome back to Carlos and Lisa. I'm Lisa Remillard.
And I'm Carlos Amezcua. You know, we are in the public eye. We're no stranger to
people telling us what they think about us.
Unsolicited advice, yes.
Right.
Especially on social media.
It happens a lot. Yeah. And it seems more and more these days that people are willing to tell you what they think about you, whether you ask for their opinion or not.
Yeah, for parents, this often comes in the form of someone pointing out something they think you're doing wrong, from the way you discipline your kids to what you're actually feeding them.
So the new term for it is called parent shaming. And plenty of celebrities have fallen victim to all of this.
I remember when Pink came under fire for the apparent junk food that appeared in a photo of her kids eating dinner while out on tour. Junk food to who?
Yeah, well, I mean, right? So some people have a problem with that. And then, of course, Chrissy Teigen even took heat for riding down a slide, believe it or not, with her daughter Luna on her lap. According to some people, that was dangerous behavior.
Who made you the parent police anyway?
I don't know.
I don't know. The parent shaming happens to regular people as well as, the public people, celebrities, and all of us online, especially in this social media parent grouping thing that's been going on. There's people who are the parent police, as I said, which is weird.
Well,
Who appointed these people?
Well, there's this,
I'm going to say what you always say. Have a seat.
Have a seat. In fact, a recent survey in Britain found that 17% of parents have found themselves victims of parent shaming by complete strangers, and even worse, 30% have been told by their own parents that their parenting skills are subpar.
Okay, so if you get parenting advice from your parent, okay, mom and dad, they can tell me what they think about the way I raised the child or something I said. Mom and dad are always going to correct me. Even at this age, they still say what's on their mind. Why did you do that? Maybe you should have considered this. And I just Dad, you're so right. You're 90 years old. You know better than I do.
True.
I don't care about that. But somebody on the internet who doesn't know me at all, doesn't know me from Adam at all, period, they have no business telling me what to do.
No.
Nor will I listen to them.
That's exactly right. But we wanted to talk about it because it's a thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
It is a thing.
We see it on these parent community boards all the time. So
people freak out about it.
They do. Yeah. So our friend, licensed marriage family therapist Keesha Amezcua is here to talk about how to handle this. Hi, Keesha.
Hi, Keesha.
Hello. Why, first of all, do we feel the need to inject ourselves into other people's lives? Big question. Go.
Right. Well, this is a topic I feel very passionate about because it really gets me riled up. I think what's happening for people is that we're all having our own experience, and we're having our own shame often about what we're doing, and our confusion and question is, am I doing the right thing? Am I feeding my kids the right thing? Are they at the right school? All this stuff. So then we see someone else doing something that maybe is different. It brings up our own guilt or shame or question. So we end up lashing out and wanting to criticize just to protect our own way of doing things.
How do we learn to parent?
Well, that's $1 million question, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think what we have to do is really trust our own instincts, because we have to know that when we are sober and mentally well, then we know our children better than anyone else knows them. And so really trust that you have this intuition and that's going to be the best thing. There's also, years ago, a pediatrician and psychoanalyst, Donald Winnicott, coined the term the good enough mother or the good enough parent. And really what that is that when kids are infants or babies or firstborn, we have to attend to their every need and do everything we can because they're completely helpless. But as they grow, we need to start failing them in manageable ways so that they learn how to deal with an imperfect world.
I'm particularly interested in these mommy boards. You know, like these things online. I hear about it all the time. I am not a mom, but I know a lot of moms. I have a lot of mom friends. They're on these threads and Facebook groups and all of this stuff. And there's a lot of nastiness, indirect nastiness.
Right.
It's not outwardly you're a terrible mother, but it's almost like these underhanded, mean-spirited,
passive-aggressive stuff,
Yeah.
Why do we feel the need to do that?
Yeah. Again, I really think it's our own stuff that's coming up, our shame, our confusion of, am I doing the right thing? Oh my gosh, well, she breastfed her baby for 2 years and I only breastfed my baby for 1 year. Does that mean my baby's not as good? Am I a bad mom?
Yeah.
And it brings up all of that. So I need to criticize to protect my own stance and feel better about it.
How can you stop? How do you stop yourself from doing that? just stop.
Right. Well, I think we have to remember that we're all in this together. And what's happened is we used to raise children in villages, literally,
Right.
where we had a baby was born and then the whole village was responsible for caring for that child. Now we've become more and more isolated, so we have just the one family, the one parent raising the child, feeling really alone, but then wanting to try to find community, reaching out and reaching out to strangers and not really having that true community, so we don't feel that sense of we're all in this together. This is our baby that we're all raising.
You know, in my family, of course, we had my mom, we had my aunts, we had my grandmothers, and so all of them kind of worked together in kind of a weird, interesting balance.
Right.
You know, I would do something and it was okay with my mom, but not so okay with my grandmother. And she either would direct it to me or my brother or my sister, or to my mother, depending on what it was. But it was always interesting to see the dynamic. And I didn't realize it until much later that I was actually raised by a group
tribe,
of
yeah.
women and men who kind of helped me along. The thing about the Twitter trolls and all the people who do this stuff online, it seems to me that they're trying to substitute that tribal thing that we had, right? That family thing. And some people may be trying to do some good.
Sure.
There may be people who have this idea that they know better and are going to ask you or tell you to do something,
right,
and you take it wrong. So I think it's kind of weird that it's outside of the family realm.
Exactly. I think because we've moved away from our families often, so we're not living near those people anymore, but we still have that need as humans. We are very driven to be in relationships, so we're looking for that. So we're trying to find that, and it's often with these strangers. And like you said, I think oftentimes it's well-intentioned, like, oh, I've had this experience, I really want to help you, but what happens is that we are all walking around so guarded and so full of our own shame that we don't either take it the right way or the person expresses it in a way that feels ill-intentioned.
What should you be doing if you are on what you perceive to be the victim side of a parent shame in a board? Is it as simple as ignore it? Is it to have a conversation? What is it? Because oftentimes you know this person or you know of this person, especially in those kind of community boards.
Well, I think we have to really think about whose opinions really matter. You know, we can't have it be this stranger I've never met and let their voice be the loudest in your life. You have to really think, who are the people whose opinions I value, I trust, who really know me and really know my life and my circumstances, and check things out with them. So if you get this ill-intentioned advice or this unsolicited shaming parenting, really check that out with the people in your life who know you and with your own intuition. Is this really right? Does this feel true? You know.
And what about if it's coming from your parent, your own parent?
Yeah.
That it comes down and says, you're not disciplining your child properly, or you're not doing this properly.
Right.
What if the shame is coming from your own parent?
Which it does, and it will.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, it's very real.
Very real. I think it's, again, checking out, do they know the full story? And they might have different values and beliefs about what discipline is, what is nutritious food, what is the right way to play with your child, and that might have really worked for them and their generation, and that just might not be what you're doing with yours. And to be able to invite that conversation, without it being a heated argument, but to just be able to say, I really hear you, and I really respect your opinion, and let me tell you why I'm choosing to do this.
I love that.
Well, that's a very civilized way of saying it. I usually used to say, I'm done, sorry.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom.
That's correct.
I'm
I
moving on,
love
but
that.
yeah.
I actually love that. Wait, say it again. I know you can. I really respect.
Well, yeah, I really respect your opinion, and I appreciate your point of view. But let me explain to you why I'm choosing to do it this way.
I'm going to start every conversation like that.
That is fantastic.
Thank you, Keesha.
You're so welcome.
Keesha, great.
Thanks
Thanks
Thank
very
you
much.
for being here.
And parents, good luck.
We're all counting on you.